won the MTN8 one more time. Total dominance for the Buccaneers and champions of the MTN8 again. 4 years in a row. Record breakers in South African football.
Well, here we are, December 2025. MTN champions, Carlin Black Label champions. Top of the table. A fantastic way to end the year. Fantastic gift for all our supporters who have been phenomenal throughout the 25-26 season.
Rona this year ntse re tsa hantle ana le 3 months re sena lose, so re ntse re tsa hantle, re number 1 logging.
The boys did a wonderful job during all these months, and yeah, to be able to win 2 trophies in 6 months.
It's been great because the new players also have managed to gain confidence early in the season, which is winning the 2 cups, and that only builds the character and builds the confidence in the whole group.
We're going into December, going into Christmas, feeling positive and feeling that we've done okay. We're heading in the right direction.
But having started at the beginning of the season with all the objectives and challenges of last season, going into pre-season, into Spain, laying out the foundation, the base of where we'll want to see this team performing. It has not been a smooth ride, and surprisingly, I had fears, to be honest.
This season is no accident. Every win, every milestone is earned. It's the result of a demanding pre-season, work done when no one was watching. A new coach arrived with a clear vision and fresh energy, raising the bar and demanding more from the players. New signings came in not just to join the squad, but to compete, to push, to elevate. What we're seeing now is appreciation for the work, a reflection of preparation, a reward for belief and commitment.
Pre-season Spain, our preparations were quite good. From our side, we had a workshop, where we met the coach for the first time, and also had a meeting with the chairman, telling us what he expects from us going into Spain, and how to help the young ones and the new signings.
First of all, I think Spain is a very beautiful country. I've been flying around, but I never went to Spain, especially to Marbella.
For me, I had camp with Bafana after the season had ended. And fortunately, I think it was a blessing in disguise because I met most of the guys there. Mremi was there, Kwaiba was there, Mbotuma was there. You could tell from the very start that we met, they're good boys, I think we all know what they can do. They've shown it and they've proven what they can do in their respective teams. And I think they're going to add value with us. And for me, it was just a matter of making them feel welcome, at Orlando Pirates as much as I did at the national team.
My first season here, the guys also went to Spain, so I didn't travel with the team. I was a bit emotional because I also wanted to go to Spain. Knowing that it was going to be my first time going to Spain, for me it was like a dream come true. First thing that I told my mom was like, Mom, it's gonna be my first time living with the team, like the team as a whole. The reaction that my mother had was like something that, like that gave me that hope, maybe things might change.
We had signed new 11 players, we had a new coach, so those who know football can understand it's not gonna click straight away.
I can't recall of a team that won an MTN 8 having made so many changes of leadership and coaching, having acquired so many players. I normally, you can check the stats, teams that normally win an MTN 8 are teams that have made very less changes in their squad or in coaching.
Just before we went to Spain, we had a workshop where we identified, like I said, certain areas that we can improve, that we need to be better at. And if we wanted to set the standard and if we wanted to go a level further, we needed everybody to understand so that when they climb on that bus, we all climb on that bus with the same intention, with the same direction.
Sharp time. Good morning. How are you? No, he's sleeping.
And what I like in our philosophy of work, it's the collective work of everybody in the club. I used to say that the success doesn't come alone. You need the unity of all the resources of the club, and many people that I have noticed in Orlando Pirates are working under the shadow, and I'm very sure that this result comes from the players, of course, the work that they have been achieving. But I am quite and 100% sure that this success comes from all the people from Orlando Pirates that we don't see, we don't have chance to see that they are working under the shadow, and they are doing a fantastic job.
It's been a journey that has had, yes, downs at the start, and a lot of emotional moments for the squad as well, because of we had accidents, we had injuries, we're still getting some guys back from injuries that have been out for long.
It's been a journey shaped by adversity, a season that began with setbacks, injuries that tested bodies and belief. While some traveled for pre-season, others stayed behind, fighting through recovery, rebuilding strength, and preparing themselves for the road ahead. But every player was working toward the same goal, getting ready, getting fit, and getting back for the season ahead.
Yeah, obviously we stayed behind for pre-season. The guys left to go to Spain. I stayed behind with Cash, Pepe, Olisa, and Libito, you know. These are guys that also, you know, we kind of related in the sense that our injuries are long term, and some of the guys have been injured before, so the process was a bit easier in terms of how to face the situation.
Most of the players that are injured now, where they were playing before, they never got injured, and they get to Orlando Pirates. First 2-3 months they get operations, you know, because I've been in that space as well. And then that's when it depends on how they will deal with that, because the voices are gonna come as I got the voices as well.
We are solely a player, ne? So especially our team is doing well, they are winning almost everything. So you also wanna be part of that, like when you wanna look of thing. However, Pirates maybe you need to maybe when you wanna look ground thing somehow. So sometimes into an am I gonna be able to come back and play again?
The most little of things is very concerning to them. Coming from an environment where you're performing, where you're famous, you're known, and you're making headlines, week in, week out, and then you're not, it's something that is mentally challenging, having to go from a loud atmosphere to a very quiet one and listening to your thoughts, if I would just put it that way. And some other players don't necessarily like that.
You know, always my son, I know you.
And I think it also, there are just many areas in football that contribute to performances, and it's not just training, you know, it's the bond. It's, you know, I see it now with me also in training. There's an incident that happened now recently at training where I was doing my high-speed runnings, you know. It was introduction to field work and high-speed runnings, and you know, Helmi is very demanding in that. I was left with 4 runs to finish the session. I was actually about to give up on the session, but let me say half of the group, I don't know if it was allowed, but they came out of their way to run with me, to motivate me to finish the session. So for me, that was a priceless moment to see the guys when I was about to give up on myself, and they, you know, out of their own session, you know, coach was busy with the session, but they moved out and they came and ran with me. So for me, that was, you know, it spoke about the bond that we have in the team, the camaraderie that we have. And sometimes injured players tend to feel left out, you know. You feel ostracized because there's certain things that you're not doing, but the camaraderie in the team now, it's top. I can't think of a better mood that we have now, and the type of people that we have in our team, you know. It's important for a team to not only have good players, but good human beings.
So yeah, and the group has gone closer and grown closer together as the journey has been evolving.
It was never meant to be easy. With a new coach and fresh faces, the team had to adapt fast. And as the season drew closer, one question hung in the air. Would it all come together when it mattered most?
Hey, it's your job. Body's tired, but we're pushing through it. Yes.
The gym is top. We have a pool. It's the best, man, you can find. And it's a great place to prepare. So you have to make sure now with the yonke lento soyenza la izosiza throughout the season, because the goal is to win that league, man. It's long overdue now.
Nice to see now all the team here with the international player coming back. We are happy to see you. We start our pre-season camp in a magnificent place. The target of this pre-season camp, guys, is to build ourselves, to build the fitness, to prepare the season. Okay, I think that you did during 3 years fantastic job. You know, step by step you reduced the gap to take this first place, and we are here to build something with a lot of ambition together to go definitely this season to see a strong Orlando Pirates in every areas. And it start here, guys. First of all, we have to integrate the new players as well. It's very important.
When we headed off to Spain, we got to see lots of the new faces in their ideal environment, crisp lawn, beautiful weather, everyone having a good time, the camaraderie starting to build. You could see some friendships start to build.
You feel the vibe within the team. I had a discussion with one of the new players, and he says he has never felt so welcome within the setup. He has played for many teams, but here he felt there was something special and unique.
But you could see some personalities on the pitch were personalities we never had before. Some guys who were willing to express themselves in ways we haven't seen before. Some individualism, some technical quality that we haven't seen before. But I think when we looked around the room, we were talking about the starting 11 and then the possible substitutions. And you realized very quickly that any one of those 24, 25 players could make a starting 11 at Orlando Pirates. And that's what we needed. We needed some depth. We needed some depth who can compete, who can challenge. It wasn't something that we didn't have in the last couple of seasons, but we knew if we wanted to take it to the next step, we needed to have firepower everywhere.
The quality of the players in the pre-season camp in Spain, you know, even everything was not perfect, but the quality that I have discovered there in the pre-season camp was very, very interesting. But I mean, it was important to polish these qualities and these competencies of the players, because in football we have to know that to have qualities, it's not enough. When we are playing a collective sport, the most important, of course, is to have talent, but this talent have to match with a connection between the players.
Bam, one can go up to overload. One, not especially the guy who gives the ball. It can be maybe if it's close, it can be Sima.
The key thing was to get everybody together, everybody united, everybody directed in the same goal. There were a lot of young faces, a lot of new faces, and that integration process is key.
To you, Morel, and then you open up towards the red, good first touch. Attack the cone through, and then it's a cross. KB, once he plays, Oswald, KB, once the ball is there, you're going to play the next ball.
I tried to document from a data perspective and an analytical perspective what we did in the season before, together with some of the other supporting analysts, take some of the insights and try and put together a story that we can feed to the staff, feed to the players, so they can understand not only where we've come from, but where we need to go. We tried to identify areas that we weren't as good at. If you compare us to the team who won the league, we were a close second, but there were areas we could improve on. And the most important thing in terms of preparing for this pre-season was to make everybody understand that we all together and aligned on one particular story. For us, it was very important to have everybody realize that we can start games in a better way. We can have the same intensity from the start right to the end.
3 zones will play with 3 players inside, 3 players in the middle, okay? 3 there. You stay in your zone, okay? You have 3 touch here and defensive part. You have 3 touch in the middle. Okay, and it's free upstairs. To go to a zone, you can go by a pass, okay? By a pass or by driving the ball. They need to understand your game model. They need to understand the different phases of the game, how we want to attack, how we want to defend. what are the principles of the transitions. When we have spoken about all this sport department, technical, tactical department, it's important to create the right environment where the players can be comfortable and can perform. And for that, you need to build a trust.
This year, we want to go to win. This moment we saw down that they're playing 7 years. They are first. We want to go forward. We cannot accept this. We want to be efficacious. There is lots of people now. Hey, crowded. No problem. He give me the ball. Give me the ball. Okay. Too much people. Okay. Okay. Maybe I go. Okay. Okay. I play there. And hey, when I play there, up, we go up. But I cannot play short, and I saw counter-attack, and after I lose.
So when we design the training sessions, not only is it to get the players fit and get them to understand the coach's new philosophy, but also to improve certain technical qualities that we feel will impact the games early on. That's goal contribution, chance creation, the ability to link up in the final third, to be better as a unit. And that's the important part at the beginning. I think whenever you start the journey, you have to have a story that everybody believes in.
A new wave is rising, young, fearless, and hungry. This generation of talent is ready to carry the legacy forward. They're not just playing the game, they're rewriting what it means to wear the crest, the badge. The future of this club starts here, and it starts now.
I don't like to speak too much about individualities because since I start football, I always said that it's a collective sport, you know, and the performance come with the collective work. But of course, there are some players that impressed me, you know, like Mofokeng.
Yeah, first time.
Let's go, gents. Good effort. Move the ball. Move the ball. Move the ball.
The capacity to eliminate the opponent, the capacity to scan and to know what is going to do before receiving the ball. It's something that is interesting for me because I think it's the future of football, and it's what makes his strength actually, you know, because he's not a tall player. He's not a physical player, but he can imbalance any team in the world with his quality to see before receiving the ball and to have a quick decision making. But not only him. In my position, if I played the central defender during 17 years at the high level, to be honest, I never seen such a young player with such qualities in that position. I spoke about Mbokazi.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Kunjani siye? Ngekhola siye.
Hawu, hayi kumnandi nje ngizangijabulile ukuthi ngiqala nje ukuya eSpain ize nabantu enjoyela ukudlala nabo.
And then yini leyo uyifundayo ekusizayo obona ukuthi yafa next season?
Anto engisizayo nje ukuthi ngibekezele ngiphushe umzala ngiyikhanda. Lokho. Yeah, last season ngena sizophela league. Kodwa ungena wami ngithe shaya. Awuba nginikile ithuba. Angilisebenzisa. Ukudlala kwami benginike ibhande. Sibe yabo kuba yilida siwina amagame anga manje yonke engisizile ukuthi ngingasabi lutho lokho kuyithemba denge nako vele mina ngathi ngiyithemba vele athi nginenkani futhi manje mase bengithemba nabo team engaki singithemba nama player amakhulu la sengithemba nelami ithemba selakhula.
Bokazi has speed, has the ability to pass the ball in the short spaces. He has the ability to play short, to play long ball, but he can jump as well. It's unbelievable. The range the range of the jump that he can have, and to be dominant, to be dominant on his opponent. But yeah, all my players have qualities. I don't know if I have time to talk to you about all the qualities. Maybe without speaking of everybody, it's the young dancing.
Just being part of the first team and making it pro, because when Begazeli got promoted, he did well from the start, and it was like a thing of when you're given the opportunity, you should take it. So that's what I had in my mind. So it was motivation to me. I must also show what I can do. And
I know what are the expectations in Europe in terms of technique, tactic, physically. I can definitely say that if this player continue to work, if he continue to believe in himself, if he's continuing to be professional, to take care about himself, about his lifestyle, and to keep improving, definitely this player has a future. I think he's 19 years old. It's a pure product of the development of Orlando Pirates. This guy definitely has a future. Of course, has a big future first of all in our club, in Orlando Pirates, but in the future overseas as well.
Brotherhood doesn't arrive fully formed. It begins in uncertainty, in a room where men sit shoulder to shoulder, unsure of what comes next. Before they can stand together on the field, they must first learn how to stand together as brothers. For the first time, the walls come down, stories are shared, emotions surface. In that vulnerability, healing begins.
So, Bogazi.
Kamera Mumbezi na Mbogazi. So ke tsene hlutluwe. Ngifike Pirates ngidlala eTurban engine. La ngalibalela so yakhona asonga ngapha Pirates MTC. Ngoba se Pirates first team ngidlala left center back. Ngisebenza kamuva ngephusha. La ngisiwa khona. Ngithe nami ngithola lithuba lokuthi la ngizothola khona amasela. Ukuthi ngathi ngisukaya bela akukho right. Ngabona ukuthi leli thuba ngizothola kumele ngisebenzise ukuze ngigcina isiqiniselo sena ngasekhaya. Into enkulu bengipusha kakhulu ukuthi lo muntu engimshiyo uwona ekhaya angivumi mase ngiphinde ngibuye kufika nje. Ukukhula kwami akubanga lula. Mhlambe manje ikho nami endlela mangithola umsebenzi ngobambe ngale ndlela ngibambe ngayo. Manje bena sekhaya mina ngabatshela ukuthi ayisha ngifuna ukudlala ibhola. Manje bekunzima vele nasekhaya to understand ukuthi ngidlala ibhola, izinto zokudlala bekuwe kube nzima ukuthi sithole lezo zinto. Besizwa i-team ukuthi besinike abadala mabebuyile beshiya makhokho mabeqeda ukudlala thina besiqhoye enyawo encane. Besingatholi lutho bedlala ngazinyawo nje kasi sidlalela. Ngoba khona abangani bami about 300 phila nabo sonke. Uma nama tournament yezinye izinto lezo ukuthi sikhulise and futhi zisakhe nathi ukuthi uma ngiyale ya team leya bangine u50 ukuthi ngibuye ngizothenga into yokugcoba. La ekhaya ke vele ngicela kubona abantu abadala ngesisho ukuthi team mayiwinile siyathola sikutholayo. Kodwa nathi uma siphumile siyazi ukuthi vele masiphuma kumele siyosebenzela ukuthi ngempela siyayithola lento esiyifunayo ngoba kwangekho lula kuthina ukuthi sidlale ibhola and futhi kufeze izinto esiyifunayo.
My name is I'm from Chad. This is a picture of my hopefully future wife. For those who don't know, I have a daughter, and my daughter and my mom. For me, for Mr. Play is my mom, yeah, because she has always been there. She has always been with me games from the start, from the custodians. Yeah, it's a couple of games. Yeah, I think she's the one who keeps me motivated because we grew up in a very small house and we're very unfortunate. We don't have everything. So I think when I look at her and where we come from, I think that the thing has me motivated and keep it going.
Travel go lo chama. Ya me ay mi mo pela na ke skotori evidence mo khopa. Nan tsoba no indo sa sen yam pamata. Io ho che non so la samwa. Ya na mi ko. Auna mi mo sam zgombi. So nje dira doi bona bene gore maybe a gole conferenti o so aska sonalin la because obviously I have national study so don't listen about and push ki khono maybe or life is different a khono ya school is sharp so ke maybe engapale lo to va di disattending so ora il profilo già channel in so into one che I think I go want dire okay. Good evening, James. My name is Nkosinati Ongasmise. I come from a small township. That is I'm performing. For me, one sentimental item that I have, actually I have around my wristband. It's this one. Whenever I look at it, it reminds me of home. You know, it keeps me motivated. It reminds me of who I am, where I'm coming from, and where I'm going. So for me, this is precious. That's why I always fight with referees whenever they want to take it off because it means a lot to me. It carries the whole family, to say wherever I am, they're there with me. So for me, this is something sacred and something special. Thanks.
My name is Oswin Apollos from Cape Town, Bishop Lavis. Grew up living with my mother, my granny, and my little brother. A rough neighborhood I came from. It was very difficult to learn out there. I don't have a valuable sentiment now, but my granny has played a big part in motivating me in my career, I think in 2020 or 2021, I didn't have a club. I was without a club for 7 to 8 months. I went back to Cape Town. At that point, my job was always to help back home because there was times there was nothing. And then Supersport came knocking. And then they gave me a contract that I showed my mother. So my mother said, I know you're young, but this contract helps the whole family. You have to go. The moment leaving to Supersport at a young age actually opened my eyes, coming into the Joburg life. Because at the time I was staying at the clubhouse, then I didn't want to stay at the clubhouse after a year and a half because I felt like, let me go out. And then my mother was always fighting with me and telling me, don't go, stay there. But at that point, I just wanted freedom to come outside. And then me and the 2 friends started staying together. Obviously, there's times we go out and then you meet girls and I would fly my friends to Joburg. Because at that time I was 17, 18. And then make reckless decisions with money. And then I ended up leaving Supersport. I just decided to go oil like I just left. And the day I went back to my family is the day I came in the door, they told me, I told you you're gonna learn the hard way. So I wasn't playing football for 6 months. And then when I got home, my first word was to me, go through your phone, find any coach you know, try to call or message anyone you can get. You're going back to go playing football because there's nothing for you at all. You will just turn out like all the other boys that grew up in our area because it's very dangerous. To be honest, I would say 60% yes, that I would have been doing wrong things because I grew up seeing everything, and it was not a nice experience because growing up my father was a gangster, so people always thought that I would also become a gangster, and that's because I was very naughty, and my mother always believed that I will never become my father. So I have a lot to say, but I'm just grateful that my granny always stood up for me, and always wanted what's right for me, and this is for thank you.
Kama usikonda wanda suka ikasi kuthi lokase mina into yathi yangimotivate kakhulu ngingayi olidi ngithayi esayidinda olidi ngidinga kakhulu ukuthi mawavele bengasathi izindaba ibhola kasesikoleni but yasale isikhathi sami update mina olidi lento lofuna ngiyenze angiboni ngizongisiza nayo into yangisiza ngibona ngifisa nangomuntu abebhola ngakwazi ukuthi so lokho kungenza ngibuye ngipushe kontrweza ngimexontshayo bona ngiyakuzwa ukuthi awufuni ukufuna but ke cela at least uqede isikole ngeze uyaqhubeka nebhola athi hayi lokhu kunakho akwenza ibhola into engikhule ngiyithanda sengisasomntana vele because bengafika professional level ngidlala ideki every weekend esayidini likaithanga kungotivithayo ukuthi naye vele ithanga likhule bendlala ibhola mangizwa ngabe ngitshela abangani babo ukuthi hayi themela kumele iplan so lokho kuyangotivate ukuthi ukwazi ukuthi ngishilo ithalente lakhe naye ngimle and futhi ayiteko happy lapho ukuthi nami ngene ngikwazi ukuthi ngishuma Orlando Pirates court since sisebancane ngifootball kumpa so twitch ngobethi maye ekwindaweni zakhe sharp njalo wasithathe ngisambe isitolo athala amabhakane yami la ngathi la ngithanda passport lo ba so lokho ngawuthi ujawule kakhulu kunami wazi jule ukuthi correct
igama lami Goyanela Mbuthuma ngisuka Durban eLamontville bengihlala nogogo nobese isithumo sengiphumelelayo lesagogo abazali bami bangishiya nogogo ngisemncane kahle kahle bangilahlana nje bathi bayibonela sibonele nogogo angaziwa inkinga ukuthi bangishiyela but bangishiya nawo ugogo ngakhuliswa yena ugogo ukuhlala kwami nogogo ugogo ubengitshela ngabazali esho ukuthi yimi umzali wakho namhlanje yimi engizokwenzela yonke into njengoba ukhula nje uzokhula yimi uma wakho yena ubaba wakho kodwa bakhona bona abazali so ugogo bengipusha khona sesikoleni ukuthi ngiqhubeke ngifunde but ngifuna ukwenza ngizokwenza mase ngiqedile isikole so ngakwenza lokho ngicela nami ngithola promoter kithi eMankulu ePirates so yena ndlela lena eyenza kwami ukuthi ugogo engipusha qhubeka kakhulu so ngibonga ngiphushe kakhulu first season, ngaphusha second season, ngiphusha nje nogogo ngitshela ukuthi hayi sebenza yona thuba leli ekumele ulisebenzise for ukuthi sikwazi ukuthi siphile. Ngathi hayi no, it's fine gogo, mina ngizokwenza konke. And ugogo ngamyekisa yonke into ebephanta ngayo, ngamyekisa ngathi hayi gogo, njengamanje uba sengiyasebenza usungayeka ukuthi wenze zonke lezi zinto lezi, yabo. Njengenza ukuthi ngizizwa kanjena. Ukusokola ekhaya kakhulu, yabo. Nabe ngihlala nogogo impela. Bebengekho bhuti. Besemakhaya vele abazali bami. So, wami nogogo sokole kakhulu. Njengoba sengithola amathuba mangakuthi ngadlala i-team enkulu nje, ngijabula kakhulu because nami sengizokhona ukuthi ngikwazi ukuthi ugogo abone nawe ukuthi abe proud, yabo.
We are like this as a football club, but small things do this to us, and then it becomes a problem. Then this is a team sport. A team sport, how many spirits are here? So in tough times, this team spirit, that's why it's called team spirit, is the one that's gonna carry us through, is the one that's gonna win us games. Team spirit it's because of all of our spirits pulling in the same direction. This is a win. Places in one winning league, and this is a winning league. Masikwazi ukwenza team. Masikwazi ukuyihlukanisa ngezizwe. Okay? Manje. Lesikhathi lesiphilayo singamuka ngathi siningi but sinima. And I think we might not see the window for us as a group. It's getting like this. We are now welcoming almost like 10 new players, and now it's gonna be a new cycle. Nothing will leave. We're not gonna stay here forever. We're not statues. You guys, you carry the team. Some of you that are young. We have winners here. We have winners. Like, don't doubt what you hear. You coming from. You are a winner, Baba. If you come here, you are a winner. So if we wanna have a good season, we have to take it here.
Brotherhood isn't just a word, it's a journey. Triumph and heartbreak, certainty and doubt. Faces come, faces go, and with every change comes uncertainty. But in those moments, the bond must hold. Once you wear the badge, you are forever part of the brotherhood, near or far, on and off the pitch. Yet the badge isn't worn, it's carried. Once, always.
Totally the news need to be more social media. So I got a record that is the other team from Saudi Arabia, Al Ettifaq. So I'm leaving the town. But thank you to everyone who belong in now. From the moment he simulated Jana Pirates, he support everything for the support of Flames. I mean, they always call my name in the stadium and on the stadium. Yeah, I like to thank them for everything that has done for me. Always being there. You know, sometimes good bad, sometimes ako manate, sometimes ako manate, para everything. It's fitting ko yun, the other season, I think, mabilin na. Rabang rappel, laban tropon, may lagay everything. I wish masita, baka win a leaky, baka win a MCN8, net penke, Black Label, all those other trophies. Kima 2 seasons, more than more about how fail and the team with it. But then I don't want to say thank you and all the best to it. Once and always, Pakani.
When we were given the opportunity to come up against Pirates, we decided to go for it because it's something different. As you say, build relationships, playing against a team from a different culture. It'll be a different test for us. It's okay to come out and play against another European team or an English team, teams who we might face in a regular season, but to play somebody as powerful as Orlando Pirates, we're really excited and looking forward to it.
This is a club, Orlando Pirates, that I've heard of since I was 8, 9, 10 years old, a little boy on FIFA. It's a massive club.
Top team in South Africa, because I had a very good friend of mine who played in South Africa, and so he's been telling me that you guys are very good. Semi-final in the Champions League, for the African Champions League, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a big achievement. A lot of trophies in South Africa. So I mean, we are going to play against a strong team.
The team's unity was about to be tested. In pre-season friendlies, they faced opponents seasoned against Europe's big names. First up was Las Palmas, a challenge that would push them to their limits and reveal what they were truly made of.
The Las Palmas game is always a challenging experience. It's always a challenging encounter. I mean, they have players who have played in La Liga, they play in La Liga too. They're competitive, they keep the ball. If you look at them in terms of profile, they're very similar to the South African teams. They might edge us a little bit with the development structures and how well these guys are developed, but in terms of football, they like to keep the ball. They're quick on the transition, they're aggressive with their pressing. When they lose the ball, they absolutely hound you to win the ball back quickly, and those are the type of things we're going to experience not only in the Champions League, but some of the teams who are competing for the title in South Africa. And we approach the game in that way. We try to consolidate our structure to ensure that we have a unit that's difficult to penetrate. And we knew all of these lessons we can take into the PSL.
One who impressed me about the quality of the players, the capacity to keep the ball in terms of possession, and the speed, the intensity that we can play on the game. It was Granada. I think it was the last one that we played. And we rotate the players. At the end, I said to my staff, we have a quality, and definitely this season we are going to compete to be good in the PSL and in the other domestic cups. But in the other hand, first game that we have played, make me scared a little bit. It was against Bolton.
Nduli looking to switch it up, looking for the run of Dion Harto. But so far, Naki, from what we're seeing, it's a very... Wow, here we go, really move for Kings.
The way that we have considered goal and the physical side, lack of physical side was a bit scary, and but step by step with the work that have been done with the performance department, step by step we have seen a team with a very good fitness, step by step, good unity, good link between the lines, good link between the players, I was more confident.
Individual placings of receiving. Yes.
One of the key findings that we took out of the PSL last season is we knew 9 out of the last 10 champions had the best defensive record in the PSL. So we knew in order to be better than last season, we have to defend well, we have to defend as a unit. And that Pafos game was a fantastic exercise. I mean, they had players that we have played against before. They had players coming from Saudi Arabia, some of them coming from Europe, so they had a nice mix. They were well coached, and like I said, their objective was to prepare for the UEFA Champions League, so they didn't take that game lightly. So we knew, as much as it's a friendly game, it's going to be highly competitive and it's going to be highly challenging, but I think we stood up to the task. We performed fantastically well, and that's where we started to see that these guys not only can take instruction, but they can play under different scenarios, different moments, and they can come to the party, which was wonderful for us to see.
Well done. Well done. I like the reaction. The reaction was fantastic. Why it was much better the last 30 minutes? Why? Last 30 minutes. Why I want the answer from you. Why it was better?
The press mapping, the economic years ago.
Yes. And look, guys, we told you in the team talk. I know this team how to play. These teams, if you leave them play like Wimbledon did it, it's finished. It's finished because they can play good. But as soon you look here, you make the right marking now. And Butuma, he closed the pass with this one and he put pressure. We are 1v1. Now we are here. Okay, if he's going here, we have the surveillance. Now they cannot do nothing because we close. And it's what we did, look at 30 minutes and we score. And we could have scored again. When I tell you that we have to defend together, it's because to attack better after. Because if you don't defend good, you cannot attack because you don't have the ball.
I think the pre-season camp in Spain was a wonderful moment for us with the management, with the technical staff, with the players, where we were able to build this environment of work, this environment of trust, and this environment of competition. If I can say, the story with me started in Spain, but of course the story of Orlando Pirates started a long time ago, and I'm just part of the project.
Baka,